The rock apes of Vietnam. Myth, monster, or missing link. A History Did That. Original.
Copy that. Moving.
In 1964, the United States escalated its involvement in the Vietnam War, determined to halt the spread of communism across Southeast Asia. What began as political containment soon became a full-scale military commitment. But stopping communism was only part of the story. Cold War tensions, foreign policy strategy, economic concerns, and the fear of losing global influence all pushed America deeper into Vietnam. As the conflict intensified, thousands of young soldiers found themselves dropped into one of the harshest battlefields on Earth, the dense, suffocating jungles of Vietnam. There, U.S. forces fought a relentless enemy, the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese Army. The war was one of ambushes, hidden tunnels, booby traps, and a constant sense of being watched. Every rustle in the trees could mean danger. Every shadow could conceal an enemy. But according to numerous reports from American troops, the Viet Cong weren't the only ones moving through those jungles. Some soldiers spoke of large, ape-like creatures walking upright in the mountains and remote forests. They described dark, muscular figures covered in hair, creatures that moved swiftly through rocks and emitted chilling screams at night. The troops gave them a name: rock apes. Were they misidentified wildlife? Psychological stress playing tricks on exhausted minds? Or could something unknown have truly been stalking the jungles alongside both armies? In a war already filled with chaos and confusion, the legend of the rock apes remains one of its strangest mysteries. What did soldiers really encounter deep in the Vietnamese wilderness? And could the truth still be hidden beneath the jungle canopy? This is History Did That. The Jungle Mystery. Reports began surfacing from American troops, Viet Cong fighters, and local villagers alike. They described a tall, bipedal, ape-like creature, covered in reddish or gray hair, broad shoulders, long, muscular arms, deep-set eyes beneath a heavy brow. The locals called them Nguoi Rung, meaning forest people. In Cambodia, similar creatures were known as tek-tek. American troops gave them their own name, rock apes. Eyewitness accounts. One of the most detailed accounts came from Army Sergeant Gary Linderer, a long-range reconnaissance patrol member of the 101st Airborne Division. While on a 6-man patrol deep in the jungle, Linderer claimed he locked eyes with something 5 feet tall, walking upright, with powerful arms and a heavy torso. His team dismissed it as a known species of ape, but Linderer insisted this was not any ape he had ever seen. Another report came from Sergeant Thomas Jenkins, who claimed his platoon was attacked by creatures throwing rocks at them from the jungle canopy. Even more astonishing, Viet Cong and North Vietnamese soldiers reported similar encounters. So frequent were the sightings that the Communist Party allegedly ordered scientists to investigate. When enemies on opposite sides of a war report the same creature, it forces us to ask deeper questions. A global pattern? The Nguoi Rung isn't alone. Across the world, cultures separated by oceans and centuries tell the same story. In North America, there's Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch. High in the Himalayas roams the Yeti. Australia speaks of the Yowie. China tells of the Yeren. And in Indonesia, there's the mysterious Orang Pendek. Different names, different continents, different cultures, yet the descriptions are almost identical. Tall, covered in hair, walking on 2 legs, human-like but not human, living deep in remote wilderness. How could societies with no connection describe the same creature? Is it coincidence, shared imagination, ancient memory of something that once walked beside us? Or is there something out there still watching from the trees? This is History Did That. Science versus legend. History has taught us not to dismiss legends too quickly. For centuries, European explorers mocked stories of giant apes in Africa. Then, in 1902, the mountain gorilla was officially documented. In 1997, the Batang Toru orangutan was rediscovered in Sumatra. Creatures once believed to be myth turned out to be real. In 1974, Vietnamese naturalist Dr. Vo Quy reportedly discovered a large footprint in the forest and made a plaster cast. It was wider than a human foot, too large to belong to any known ape species. Earlier, in 1969, British naturalist John Mackinnon found unusual tracks in Borneo's jungles linked to similar wild man legends. But despite the stories, there is no confirmed body, no verified DNA, no undisputed scientific proof, only testimony, only footprints, only legend. War, fear, and the unknown. Vietnam's jungles were some of the most dangerous places on Earth. Thick, tangled vegetation, limited visibility, and an ever-present humidity made every step a potential trap. Soldiers faced constant tension. Sleep was scarce. Ambushes could strike at any moment. Every snap of a branch, every shadow in the trees, set nerves on edge. In such conditions, could fear have distorted perception? Could exhaustion and stress have shaped memory, making ordinary animals seem monstrous? Yet countless accounts from soldiers describe something different, something bipedal, muscular, and moving swiftly through the jungle, often throwing rocks or letting out chilling screams at night. Locals today still speak of these creatures, known as the Nguoi Rung, or forest people. Many believe they once roamed the region in far greater numbers, but decades of warfare, deforestation, and human encroachment may have driven them into hiding, or even to extinction, if they ever existed at all. The question remains, did the jungles of Vietnam hide more than just soldiers? Something unknown, watching, waiting.